Okay, so welcome everyone. I'm Kim, the head of marketing for Atocha Protocol. So I think most of you guys know that Atocha Protocol is an app chain that will be launching on Octopus network. And not sure how many of you guys are still not familiar with Octopus network. Can you guys just state on chat whether you are familiar with it or the concept of app chain? Anyone? So I guess everyone kind of understand that. Well, it's okay. I will just go through, and if you guys have any questions, just type it there. Oh, you can not hear me? Can you ask again? Yeah, sure. So the question is anyone familiar with Octopus Network or the concept of app chain? If you guys are familiar, then just let me know so that I can like skip through that section. If not, then I can like introduce more about it so that you guys can understand what's the app chain is about and why is Atocha protocol is an app chain. Okay, sure. I think Shubham really yeah, please share. Okay, sure. Let me just share the basic idea. All right. So let me go into the first slide. Okay. So let me just go through the agenda for the day. So the first part will be introduction. So I will be talking about what's Atocha about, USP of Atocha. I think most of you guys submitted questions when you are registering for this AMA. You did mention about, you did ask about questions regarding to the unique selling point of Atocha. So I think they are very good questions. And then I will talk about game mechanism, what kind of puzzle game mechanism that is set within the protocol. And then we have tokenomics and also the roadmap. And then last two parts is actually more like a promotion about contest of puzzle creator and also the airdrop program. Okay. So just before I get started, let me just introduce Octopus Network. So thank you, Kelson, for coming. I think he's also part of a representative from Octopus Network. So we are actually an app chain that will be launching on the Octopus network. So for now, we are already registered on the mainnet and awaiting for the team, for the Octopus team to actually audit our code. So basically, they are the QC for our code and ensuring our code is telling with what our white paper is stated, what kind of function that we want, and that the code is reflecting that function itself. And then also to ensure all the security measures that are in place. So this is what Octopus Network is providing for us. So we just need to like submit the code and then register and with a payment of 1,000 OCT. So that's the process. And we are waiting for them to start auditing. Okay, so Appchain is actually, in other words, it's a blockchain, but is a specific usage of blockchain. So for instance, Atocha is a puzzle game blockchain, meaning to say it's like Ethereum, a layer one, but is specifically built for certain purpose. So for example, there's a DBio, which is healthcare kind of app chain, healthcare, DNA testing, that category of usage. And we have MyRide, which is social network. And now we have Atocha, which is puzzle game. So when you think about puzzle game, definitely I want you to really like think about Atocha. You can actually link it up. So you can also like refer the puzzle games to us so that we can actually connect the puzzle game creators or game studios or even players who are very good, get them onto our protocol and engage with them to see how we can actually work together. So this is what Atocha is about. And okay, so let me just go into the next slide. Okay, so our vision is to empower the puzzle game communities around the world through different functions that we'll be launching with our protocol. So our motto is actually to inspire your curiosity, because for us, I think one of the questions that I received is that why choose puzzle game as the the main function or the main point for the whole app chain? Why not other games like GameFire or like TVT or multiplayers? So for us, for the team, there's a history for the team. We are a team of 4, and one of our co-founders are actually a very avid treasure hunt puzzle game enthusiast. So he's the one who actually started the idea of why not do an app chain, which is just for the puzzle game. Because for us, what we see puzzle game is that puzzle game has a big spectrum from simple quiz, like question and answer, like you're in a classroom, the teacher actually asks different questions and test the students. It's also part of a puzzle, but it's more formal kind of puzzle. And then we have maze, jigsaw puzzle, word puzzle. Then we have even treasure hunting, Wordle, which is quite famous lately. So all of these are actually part of puzzle game. So here we can actually see how much, how big is the spectrum that we can actually cover with our protocol. So of course, we cannot like one shot cover all, but we will try to launch the feature phase by phase to actually cover to enable people to actually build different kind of puzzle on the protocol itself. So for now, for your information, we have the Webapp version, demo version, where you can actually build the question and answer kind of puzzle, just like Kahoot. So I'm not sure whether you're familiar with Kahoot. So it's like you build a quiz, a set of quiz that you can like, get people to play, to answer, and see who's the winner. So that's the function that we can actually execute with the version 1 of the protocol. So later on, I will be talking more about it. All right. So yeah, so it's all about curiosity, challenge, and bravery. So curiosity is what drives us to actually play puzzle games, because we are curious, we want to find the answer. So we love the challenge. So once we solve it, we will feel like satisfied. So that's the sweet spot of playing puzzle. Okay, so here we have a brief of the summary for the protocol. So the first part is it enables people to create and also to solve puzzle game. So that's the most basic thing. There's someone who create puzzle, and there's players who actually solve puzzle. So the loop keep on going on. And then we are a community-owned project, so we will actually drive towards decentralization. And then we are an Appchain, so that we actually talk about. And then we want to enable play to earn and also create to earn features for the community. So this part I will actually cover in the game mechanism part later on. And then we also planning to launch the NFT toolset with our version 2.0. So current version, we don't have it yet, but rest assured that we are working on it, because we see NFT toolset is a very highly sorted feature for the protocol. Okay, so why Atocha protocol? So this is kind of like a USP for you guys. So the first part is actually fair and transparent, because whatever you created, which is the puzzle game, which is the questions, right? Puzzles are actually immutable. When you create puzzle, it will be stored on Arviv. So everything like the questions, like when you actually create the puzzle, who created, how much is the prize, like winning, if you successfully solve the puzzle, how much is the prize that you can actually win. get from the by solving the puzzle. So everything will be transparent, so people can actually see it. So this actually like you don't need any platform anymore to actually create a puzzle, and then all the puzzle created is actually owned by yourself. So the IPs remains uh, as yours, and you don't need to rely on any platform where they actually need to, maybe you need to pay for creating the puzzle, or for example, Kahoot, you need to have a premium membership where you actually need to pay up to actually create puzzles and get people to engage. So that's the point where we actually decentralize the creation of puzzle game, and also for the playing experience. And then for the economic part, we have Appchain and also Atocha. So these two tokens will actually play a very big role in the whole tokenomics. So later on, I will explain how it actually works together. And then we are robust and compatible protocol, because what I mentioned is that puzzle game has a large spectrum. So we have quiz, geolocation, logic, treasure hunting, social deduction, all kinds of puzzle games. So we will actually sort it out one by one. We try to cater every category of puzzle game through phases, and then slowly we will able to cater more and more puzzle games to be onboarded to our protocol. And then last but not least, I also received a few questions that ask about why we choose Near protocol. So one of the main reasons is that it is affordable, it is speedy and reliable. So for your information, Near protocol actually successfully launched their sharding technology, which is kind of technology that enables blockchain to actually scale up. So meaning to say, it actually able to cater more volume without without hiking the gas fee itself. So not like Ethereum, where you will experience super high gas fee and you are like trapped in the middle of transaction. So this is a very bad experience for any users. So for Neo protocol, it is like 2 seconds, 1 to 2 seconds kind of transaction, which is pretty good, and it's very cheap. It's below, I think it's below substance of transaction. So this is why we actually choose Neo protocol to be in. Okay. So now we go into tokenomics and also game mechanism. So for the summary of tokenomics, let me just go through 3 points. So we have 100 million supply tokens on TGE, and then we will have inflation rate of 10% per annum, and also burning mechanism in place for stashing, and also punishing bad players in the ecosystem. And then for game mechanism, basically we have 3 main roles, which is the creator, sponsor, and also the solver, also known as players. Okay, so let me just go into game mechanism first. So this is the summary of how the puzzle relates to all the players, all the users. So we are creators, sponsors, solvers, and also the whole community. And if if the community realize that the puzzle has some issues in terms of design or in terms of answer, there's not logic kind of answer is provided, and because of every puzzle, when it's solved, the answer will be published. So people will actually they can actually see the answer and judge it. So if they think that this is nonsensical, oh yeah, sponsor I will be touching in the next 2 slides. So in a in a bit. So let me just talk about the judges first. So this is the fairness part of the whole mechanism, where the community itself will become the eye for the community, for to maintain the fairness of game and make sure that people actually do good within the ecosystem. So if anyone find any bad puzzle or any like not logic puzzle being published and people actually win some rewards with the puzzle, you can actually submit this like complaint. You can actually challenge the puzzle and submit it to the judges. So judges will be consist of the team Sometimes maybe me or we take turns to actually become judge. And also we will be picking a few committee members to become our judges as well, to actually help to read through the puzzle to see whether it is valid or not. So if it's not valid, the challenger will actually win the rewards, while the creators and also the winner for solving the puzzle will actually not get anything. And then for the creators who create such puzzle, they will actually get slashed on their Atocha point. So so that's the whole fairness and transparent mechanism for maintaining the integrity of the community. All right, for the community part, we do seek out for these people, creators, which we really welcome them. And we have puzzle solvers, which is the players, and marketing. Later on, I think in 1 or 2 weeks time, we actually announced the ambassador program. So we want more community members to join us and help us to spread more about Atocha protocol. And also we need developers, and we are actually talking with a few guilds in near guilds that actually help us to find developers to develop front end of different kind of puzzle games. And later on, we also will have governance as well for DAO. All right. So yeah, here is the supply and demand side. I think this is one of the key information that you guys should know. So let me just start with the create to earn, where creators create the puzzle for the community. So how the creators can actually earn. So once you create the puzzle and you actually sponsor maybe a small sum, or you successfully attracted some sponsor to sponsor your puzzle, and then for Atocha, we basically will choose a few good quality puzzle. We will also like sponsor and try to like elevate the puzzle reputation by giving more sponsoring the rewards as a prize for the puzzle. So whenever the sponsor being locked into the puzzle, it will generate Atocha points for the creators. So the Atocha points can be actually redeemed into other points. So meaning to say, you will receive points when the sponsor, when the amount of sponsor is locked within the puzzle, and it will generate points for you. And then later on, you can actually use the points to redeem tradable other points. So this is how you actually can earn. And for players, I think I don't need to explain more. As long as you are the winner, you read the puzzle, you solve the puzzle, then you get the prize, the prize lah, basically, within the puzzle. So for creators, what I want to highlight is that there's two kinds of creators. One is enthusiasts, which is hobbies. People like to really like puzzle game and they create puzzle for people to play. So these kind of people, we actually really welcome them to get on board. Then we have professionals. So we are actually in the talk with different game studios and also indie games developers to get them on board and try to integrate Atocha protocol with their existing or developing puzzle game. So this is what we're trying to do to like onboard more games to use the protocol. And then we have the learn to earn. I think that part is more like a subsidiary for the professional, because we see that if there's professional on board with us, there's a possibility that we can actually engage with some students who are actually within the game development ecosystem, get them to also be part of the Atocha protocol game creators. So this is the creators and solver side. So now we're going to sponsors. So sponsors, there's also a few categories. One is the individual. So individual is that those people who really like puzzle game. Like for example, if we have Harry Potter puzzle game, so it's everything about Harry Potter. So if you are a very avid Harry Potter fan, and then you see that, I want to like top up the prize pool to make it even more and even fun. So you just top up like maybe $10, let's say $10 of art point, just to like contribute to the community. and get people to play. So this is the kind of individuals that will become sponsors for the puzzle game. Then we have brands and foundations, which are business entity that actually look for marketing intention. So meaning to say, we actually want to create a business or a business model where we can actually approach business entities to get them to spend a part of their marketing budget to get their intention. Like for example, if they want to do advertisement, and they can actually use the advertisement and then embed it within the puzzle game. We have a customized puzzle game for them, and then they can sponsor the puzzle game with their own budget. So the whole puzzle game is actually specially built for the company itself. So this is what we want to create for with the puzzle game. So this can be done by the creators from the communities or also from the professionals. So this is what we want to enable. And this is really not hard to actually realize, but we need some case studies or some examples to actually to get more people to be interested with. And lastly is the Atocha protocol part, where we are the support for infrastructure. So we do support for the front end, blockchain, security, community, marketing, and strategizing. So this is us. All right. So so this is the example for what I'm just mentioned. The relationship between the sponsor, creator, and also the solver. So, for example, there's a restaurant owner, right? There's a restaurant that serves Western food. So, but the Western food, like fish and chip, is very special. It has a decoration of jellyfish. So the sponsor will definitely be the restaurant owner, and let's say the restaurant owner approached Atocha, and the creator will be either the restaurant owner himself, or we can actually connect the owner with the creators who are interested to help the restaurant to create customized puzzle game just for driving traffic, online traffic to the restaurant. So the solver is definitely the community members who actually are playing. So we can actually get the puzzle to be targeted to that specific location communities as well, so that they can actually play and also learn more about the restaurant. So this is how we want to use puzzle game as like an advertisement method, but in a more fun way and also more engaging way. Yeah, so this is the whole concept of having sponsor within the puzzle. Okay, so this is other coins utility. That's true. One's a gas fee, and the other one is receiving rewards and sponsoring. And then for Atocha points, so this is a unique, no value, non-tradable, but able to redeem other coins with other protocol. So it acts as a reputation credit score kind of reference for you. So as long as you are a good player, you are actively participating in playing or creating, you will actually receive Atocha points. So whenever you receive more Atocha points, it will boost your reputation within the community. So it's like up level. So the higher the level you are, the more reputable you are. People will actually like kind of like follow you. You are the influencer within the ecosystem. So this is what we want to build with Atocha points mechanism. So weekly, you can actually use the points to actually claim other coins. So it becomes part of your income if you are a very active user. And then now we come into tokenomics. So tokenomics for the TG is actually 100 million. And so this is the distribution with team is 16%, seed investors 10%. We already closed our seed round. And then strategic investors 6%. Currently, we are in strategic round, and the upcoming IDO is 6% as well. And for community, basically it's 35%, and marketing, which is for all those airdrops activities going on, is 8% allocation. And we have a validator reserve, which is able to sustain a 4 years payment to the validators on Octopus network. So that's 20% of reserve for that. So this is the token vesting. So for team, we have a 3-year vesting for the 15%, and seed investor and strategic investors are the same, with 25% release after IDO, and then 1-year vesting for with the 75%. So for the strategic round, it's actually currently raising for 200K with the valuation of $5 million. So for IDO, we will be allocating 6% for IDO, which will be happening in Skyward Finance, but the date itself haven't been decided yet because we will be waiting for the audit and see how the process goes, and then only we can really make the hard date for the IDO itself. So please be patient and wait for our announcement. And for IDO, there's no vesting, so it will be directly distributed after the IDO is ended. I think most of you who participated in the BIOS or Marais IDO, you will be, you know the whole process. And there's a validity reward, so that's 4 years reserve. So yeah, that's about it. And then here's our roadmap. So basically, we started the project on May 2021, and then we start to really move on during November 21st, where we close our seed round as well. And during December of 2021, we actually participated in Octopus Accelerator program, and we won one of the star prize winner and receiving grants from Octopus Network. And then we also started our strategic round on January this year. Also with our Webapp launch, and also we received new grants from New Foundation as well. And then we are now officially registered for audit on the Octopus mainnet, and currently is waiting for the team to audit and proceed to voting, booting, and finally running. So this is what will be happening hopefully within this month or coming April. So after that, there will be IDO, altcoin listing in different decentralized exchange, then following with ecosystem building, collaboration with different sponsors, brands, and games. Then later on, we will be building game builds as well, because we have different kind of puzzle game on top of the protocol. Then also, in the meantime, we'll be focusing on NFT as well. So I think the NFT puzzle capability development is actually pushed earlier because of the demand for that feature itself. So we want to push the whole development earlier so that the community can actually use it. So I think the roadmap, we will actually revise it again. And then, yeah, so this is one of the final piece for the presentation. So the future vision for us is actually to create a puzzle game NFT theme hub. So wherever puzzle game is created, it's actually an NFT piece, a masterpiece, because we believe that every puzzle game is like an art piece of yourself. You create a challenge for the people. So that piece is actually a piece of art, a creativity piece of work. So you can actually trade it or rent it out. So all kinds of features will be developed. And then it will be, we will having marketplace as well, down for the community, sandbox where people can actually try their puzzle game with the community. And also we want to create virtual and reality hybrid puzzle game, because we believe that puzzle game is not only constrained within the virtual world, but also can be like crossover to the reality world. So we will actually want to work together with like Escape Room. We do talk with them before, and we see that there's a potential where we can actually do a metaverse and physical world kind of a hybrid puzzle game, which is more fun. So this is what we're gonna go into in the future, which is not far away. So yeah, that's about it for our introduction for the project. So I'm not sure if you guys have any questions. If you guys have, just type it up. And if not, I will just continue for the promotion part for the puzzle contest. So I think this contest is actually ongoing for quite a while, since last year. And we are actually collecting different ideas for story-based, logic-based kind of puzzle. So it actually don't need to be like a full game app that you actually need to develop, but an idea can, or even maybe a phase one story where if you actually develop later on, can also be part of the submission. So just talk to me. You can actually approach me via Telegram or Discord. I think you can identify me with the name tag of Puzzle Buddy. So you can find me there. And then how to participate is actually just lay out the idea, fill up the form, and submit and email us your puzzle. So pretty easy. And for this contest itself, we have allocated 10K US dollar of grants for the winners. So I hope you guys can actually take up the challenge and just try it out, because submission is free as well. And any submission we do welcome, and we do want to talk with you if you are creative creators, and there's a lot of opportunities for you. So just I would actually share this link in the near Malaysia queue as well, so that you guys can actually know and follow up with the contest. Okay, so demo. I think demo I will be showing later. I think it's quite easy. And then yeah, so this is the last slide. Coming weeks, what's happening. So just to get you refreshed on what will be happening in the coming weeks. So we just registered our Appchain. And the Octopus team will be auditing our Appchain. So once it's audited and it's passed, we will be going into voting. So voting, then we will be needing the committee to actually vote for us to get us through the voting stage, meaning you endorse us as a legitimate and your favorite app chain that should be launched on Octopus network. So every word counts, and it doesn't really cost you anything. Just lock up your OCT token for a while until the voting stage is ended. Then it will release back your OCT tokens. So that's the whole process. And then we also will be launching NFT as well. The details will be released pretty soon. And then, yeah, after the voting period, voting stage, we will be going voting stage, which is setting out the very latest node with Octopus Network. Then after that is mainnet launch. So once the mainnet is launched, then we will be having IDO in about 1 week gap time. So everything is actually like interconnected. So that's why we cannot like give a very fixed date for the committee to know when the idol is. So hopefully we can get more solid confirmation from different stakeholders so that we can actually like have a fixed date for all these important events. So, but then it's happening. So hope you guys can actually stay tuned and really follow us. Okay, so what about questions submitted while streaming for this event? Okay, I think Subham, I did read your question. Let me go back. And during my presentation, I actually cover most of the questions that was being asked from the question list. So I think Subham, you did submitted what action Atocha team doing towards type game developments to make it interactive, not only today but for future as well. So back again to the spectrum of what Atocha protocol can actually accommodate. So puzzle game, there's a lot of different kind of puzzle game that's available in the market. People are familiar with, but as for now, we only can accommodate the question and answer very simple kind of puzzle. So later on, we can enable like even social deduction kind of thing, like Among Us, Werewolf, where you can guess who is the killer, or who's the criminal, or mystery solving like Sherlock Holmes. So this kind of puzzle game is more complicated and it's story based, or even it can be longer playing time. So this kind of puzzle will need us to build different kind of features to enable this puzzle game to run on top of the protocol. So with our features getting upgraded phase by phase, I think this can actually answer your question on in terms of getting it more interactive. So if I'm not sure whether the answer is okay for you, Subham. So if you have any questions, you can just ask. Okay, nice. So yeah, that's the end of the whole presentation from me. And then yeah, for airdrop, for the airdrop. So I hope you guys can actually let me just share the message again. So for the airdrop, for all the attendees today, I will actually record it down, and the airdrop use some altcoins during the airdrop period after the IDO. And there will be 4 lucky winners where I actually pick the giveaway from the questions that you have submitted. So if you guys have any questions now, I will be considering like picking, giving one priority for the questions being asked now. So I think I can open up the floor for you guys. Let's see. So anyone have any questions? Education institutions. For education institutions, yes, but I think probably not now, because for current stage, we haven't really have anything solid yet. Because for institution, I think is that we need to have a more complete product before we can like, go into institution and pitch to them. So for current stage, nope. But in future, yes, definitely. I think one type of puzzle game which is like Kahoot is very how to say welcome within the education circle, training circle. So people really like quizzes for training or for education. So I think this is one good application where Atocha protocol can play a part of. Good question, MJ. Let's see. Any other questions, guys? Yes, you can test the puzzle on the website. When if you go to atocha.io, so on top of the menu bar, there's actually the demo thing. Let me just show you. Just a minute. Okay. So this is actually the demo site. So if you go to atocha.io, there's a demo button right there. Just click on it, and you'll be guided into this. So this is our demo. Let me just go through what kind of things is here. So you can see different kind of puzzle is created by the committees before that, because we open for testing in January. So the players, basically the creators created all sorts of puzzles. But then there's good puzzles and that's like bad puzzle which is easily solved where you just Google and then you find the answer. So we don't really encourage this kind of puzzle. But yeah, if you think that is fun, we welcome you to just submit it. So you can actually go into this demo site and just try it out. Invitation code. You still need invitation code. Invitation code is Da Vinci code. I think it's already filled up for you. So you just proceed. Now you don't change the invitation code. So just fill up your username, email, password, and then you can proceed. So I think I can just show you guys how to create. Pretty easy. For example, question is math puzzle. Price maybe 1,000 auto points. Let's say 1 plus 2 equals 1. So obviously answer is 3. For image, you can actually choose not to, or you have images that you want to upload. You use image URL for the current stage, and then you just submit. So it has been created. So you just go to unsolved. Then you can actually see the puzzle is here. So here, you can try on sponsor as well. So let's say you are a math tuition center, right? It's an online tuition center. You want to you teach us math, and then you want to promote your classes here. So you just sponsor something, maybe let's say 1,000 other points, and image URL, you put your tuition advertisement banner, and then target URL maybe let's say this is just imagine that this is your sign up link, and then you just press sponsor. So here you go. It will actually pop up. So when you click, there's actually an image. So most probably we will encourage you to have image. So the link itself will be like embedded within this. I think I can do it again. Let's see. Just for example. Okay. Okay, so this once again. Here you can see the link is actually take you to oops. Oh, you need HTTPS as well. So the link you need to make sure is correct. So yeah, so that's how you can sponsor a puzzle. So when you solve, if you answer wrongly, then it will not accept your answer. So if it's correct, then bingo, you are the winner. So once you are the winner, you will go into challenge phase where people will actually see whether this is okay, everything checks out, and no one challenges it. So if there's someone challenge it, then it will go into like judging phase. So if not, it will take around I think 48 hours before the reward will be distributed to your wallet. So this is how it works for now. So yep. Anything else from you, or any other questions? So again, hope you guys don't mind I repeat again. Remember to follow our Twitter, join our Telegram and Discord, to be able to claim your airdrop, because we will like cross-check your ID, and then when the idle is done, then we will start distributing the airdrop to all of you. Yeah, so you guys can actually follow us, and we will be checking that tomorrow. So just to make sure everything is okay, then we will add your new wallet into our airdrop. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy the session. Any other questions before we end the session? I think there's a few minutes more to go. Airdrop winners announcement date. Okay, for airdrop winners, there's 4. I think basically tomorrow I can actually announce it already. So wait for the tweet. we'll be tweeting that out with our Twitter account. So stay tuned. I think I will share it in the Near Malaysia Guild Telegram and tag the Near Telegram. So if you guys follow us, then you actually know. Yep, no problem, no problem. Right, so thanks again, guys. So hopefully we can see each other again. There's more AMA going on. So hope you guys can support us, and we hope to see your puzzle as well, and see you guys playing on top of the Webapp. So see you guys. Thanks a lot, and have a good night. All right, ciao guys.